Hello, welcome back to Lynn Lowdown. I'm Dani Vittori, and today we are on talking to two different organizations, the Latino Support Network and Emerald Cities Collaborative. Thank you both for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Great. So, first question, very simple. Would you mind just introducing yourselves and which organization you work for, please?
Yeah, I can start. My name is Cordelia Paez, and I work for the Latino Support Network as the Economic Development Officer.
Great.
And my name is Esmeralda Bisono, and I work at Emerald Cities Collaborative as the Northeast Community Engagement and Policy Manager.
Great. So, we'll just start with Latino Support Network. Would you mind just giving a brief overview of the program, how it was started, and sort of what your mission is?
Yeah, of course. So the Latino Support Network is currently a CDC based in Lynn, Massachusetts. It started about 10 years ago with just like a group of parents and such that wanted to have enrichment programs in Lynn. And as of about 2 years ago, we gained a CDC certification, so we've been focusing a lot more on economic development and specifically more housing development in Lynn and creating more opportunities for wealth generation and opportunities for residents.
Great. And then Emerald Cities?
Yeah, sure. So Emerald Cities Collaborative is a national nonprofit founded in 2008. And we do work out of regional offices. So I work in the Northeast office that's based in Boston, Massachusetts. Most of our work is in the greater Boston area, but we're starting to do work in Connecticut and Rhode Island as well. So our mission centers around environmental, racial, and economic justice. We run programs, we advocate for different policies at the federal and state levels, and we fight for climate justice.
Yeah, and I remember you were here at LCTV a couple of months ago. You were doing a weatherization resource fair, which is I know how I ended up being introduced to both of you. And I'm curious, could you maybe be able to tell our audience a little bit about that, maybe for people who weren't able to attend?
So Emerald Cities, we are running an Emerald Connections program, and so basically that's a weatherization and healthy homes program based in Lynn. Our colleagues in Seattle, Washington are also running the same program over there. It is funded by the Department of Energy, and what we're doing is partnering with Latino Support Network to, sorry, my mind went blank. We're promoting the program to low-income residents of Lynn, and we're offering no-cost services to get weatherization, insulation. You can get lighting and appliance upgrades, exterior repairs to your home, such as roof, trim, and siding, heating system repairs and replacement, mold, lead, and asbestos remediation, and there's a lot of different measures and services that we provide. And Latino Support Network is our partner helping with community engagement. So we had the event, the Weatherization Resource Fair here at LCTV. That was a Halloween-themed event, which was really fun. And LSN was able to invite a lot of people that were part of their programs and part of the community just to learn more about our project and also get connected to other resources. Like we had partners at Northeast Legal Aid, at LEO, and there were a few other Lynn organizations. So just trying to get those resources connected to the community.
I said the collaboration, it plays to kind of both your strengths, because even you were mentioning all of the housing development that Latino Support Network does. That's a big focus of your organization, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely becoming more of a focus area for us, and we're really excited to expand in that space. So being one of the only CDCs in Lynn, that gives us a good opportunity to, one, like create new service offerings. For example, we have first-time homebuyer courses. We are a HUD certified organization, so we can do housing counseling for different members that are interested in home ownership. But we're also working on a new development project on High Street, which we're really excited about, in collaboration with another CDC based in Chelsea called the Neighborhood Developers, and they've been doing this work for about 20 or so years. So it's been really good to learn from them and also create a very stable and good product for the community, and not necessarily something that feels like it's just thrown together. So,
and especially during the winter, things like working on your house to make it more insulated, having housing, it just becomes, it's always an issue, but you really see it more, I feel like, once it gets so cold out.
Yeah, and especially just like how expensive housing
Yeah.
repairs can be, or even owning a home or paying rent and things like that. Being that Lynn is a predominantly low middle income community, there is a lot of need, and the city can't always provide for that. So
Right.
finding new avenues to bring these resources that are critical to our residents is really important.
Definitely. And another thing I know that was mentioned was even the work within small businesses, Tech Goes Home. Getting people connected is a huge piece of it. You may not think about it, but if you don't have Wi-Fi or connection, you may really miss a lot. So would you mind talking a little bit about like that program, how people are being connected to it?
Yeah, so Tech Goes Home is also a larger organization that we've been partnering with for the past couple of years. We were the first organization in Lynn to roll it out a few years ago, but ever since we've been pretty consistent in rolling it out. So we have two different variations of this course. One is a general tech literacy class where folks can go and like learn how to use a computer, which is really cool. Just because, I don't know, personally, I'm like, I've had a computer since I can remember, and like I know how to navigate it. But I think seeing students that like sometimes don't even know how to hold a mouse, or like how to open a web browser, or like do like simple sticky keys and things like copy text, which could be really detrimental when you're trying to like apply for things like housing vouchers or like medical visits or whatever, where things are like transitioning more digitally, and like bridging that divide is very fulfilling. But we also have a small business course that we do through Tech Goes Home, which is also really cool because you still get to teach some of that tech side, but you get to also work with business owners who have an interest in working in Lynn and lifting our economy, providing jobs and things. So really cool. And everyone gets a computer at the end of the course, Wi-Fi. So yeah, it's good overall.
Yeah, it is. It's a good program. And I'll circle back to you too, Esmeralda, where I did not forget about you. So I'm going to circle back to housing now too, is I didn't ask, how can you sign up for these home energy assessments? We've talked about housing, business, so many places of wanting to like housing justice, economic justice. How would you sign up for these kinds of programs?
Yeah, so for Emerald Connections, we do have a website and an interest form that you can fill out. So the link to the interest form should be on Latino Support Network site, but then also Emerald City's website. So that would be emeraldcities.org/emeraldconnections.
Great.
And then from there, you click Massachusetts interest form, and then there's some very basic questions like providing your contact information. Do you think you would be eligible for low income? Are you on fuel assistance? What type of energy source do you have on your home? Things like that. And then from there, we would connect you with Action Inc., who is actually providing the home energy assessments.
Ah, okay, I see.
Yeah.
And do you happen to know what some of the eligibility requirements are for the program offhand?
Yeah, so one, you have to be a Lynn resident. You can be a homeowner, a landlord, or a renter.
Oh, great.
And low income, which would be 60% of the state median income. And when you're filling out the interest form, we have a table there that would say, like, if you're a household of one, then this is like the cap of your income. So it's very easily readable on there on the interest form. And that's pretty much the only requirements we have, so it's very open.
Yeah. Yeah, which is great. Like you said, keep it simple, keep it easy, so people don't get intimidated by that.
Exactly.
Because it can get so overwhelming with all the numbers and the requirements and everything. And I said, I will have to wrap up in a moment, but I know that you mentioned there might be a couple of events coming up or different programming. Did you want to throw any of that in there before we have to wrap it up?
Yeah, so I think I would just say keep an eye out for our social medias, and also LSN will be rolling out a new webpage with updates for events and things around the program. So we definitely will be having another event in the spring, but we don't have a determined date for it just yet.
Okay, I like you keeping me in suspense.
Yeah.
There may be new things happening. And is there anything else that you want to add, Esmeralda, before I just sign off?
No, just thank you for having us. And for anyone watching, if you have questions or you need support filling out the interest form or anything like that, definitely reach out to us. You should see our contact info somewhere on the screen. So, and if you have trouble reading English, the interest form can be translated to multiple languages. So definitely want to make it accessible. But yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course, thank you. I feel we covered a lot of ground today, and I want to thank you both again so much for coming on to talk about the great work that both of your organizations are doing.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, great. Anytime. And once again, I'm Dani Vittori. This has been Lynn Lowdown, and we'll see you next week with more guests.